Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the Forlight podcast, a weekly podcast of gaming news, and all things entertainment related. I am your host Ethan, alongside my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm David.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Leighton.
And we are fucking back.
We're back.
So fucking back.
We're back.
Let's go.
Oh my god,
Our neighbors
I feel
hate
like
us again.
They can suck it. I didn't ask.
is this the feeling white people get when the plane lands and they just have to start clapping? Like it's
You're referring to white mothers, but that's neither here nor there.
Nah, my mom's the type to play the rosary before the plane takes
So
off.
am I. Moving on.
So into our housekeeping for today, I want to just take a moment. We are back. We are back on campus, which comes with a little bit of kind of notoriety in the fact that we mess up a lot. And so coming these next couple streams, I mean, no, we're perfect.
You might notice that our setup is a little original.
Yeah.
Never thought of before.
never
Yeah.
seen before ever
The
by
audio is also probably going to be a little whack.
We totally didn't
We're
just
working
throw
on it.
this together 5 minutes before we were supposed
We
to
didn't.
stream.
we did
It was 30 minutes. But that's neither here nor
it
there.
took a while. It took a while to get it ready.
We will get it down though, but basically just what I was trying to say with that is we're going to get it down. And
We have
it's going
ideas
to
for
be good at
couch
some point.
podcast.
We
That
need,
might
we
happen.
need review podcasts on that couch.
Also-
we need to do that again.
Once we can set up the fucking camera, dude, like
No, once we.
I'll be able to take-
we should tell them
Podcast
about that.
secrets.
No. That's
oh
not
no
how it
no
says.
no no
Word
no!
about-
This is I'm just saying. But once we get that ready, I can take my webcam back. I can start streams in my room.
No, that's true.
Actually, that'd be sick. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if people have noticed, if you've been kind of following the podcast, I've been doing most of the gaming brunt, mainly because I just kind of
Have
go,
an
like,
Xbox.
Yeah, I have an Xbox, and I
That
go,
can
I'm going to
stream.
stream right now. And so I've been doing like Monkey Island. I did an Amnesia stream.
Ethan is also a
Which
homeland.
I'm slowly up,
Ethan's
but-
also a homeland security major. I just want to point that out really quickly. Small little tidbit for the podcast.
Fuck you, man. Okay.
Dude,
For the
my-
record, Dave is a nursing major with clinicals on Monday. I'm a mechanical engineer, and
Did
Dave
you know-
is a CS major.
Real quick, did you know that me and Aiden actually have a 4-day weekend?
So do I.
Do you have Tuesdays off?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Rough.
Hey, hey. With all due respect, I have only 2 classes on Wednesday and Friday, so that's a bonus.
I have one class on
That's
Tuesday.
I have no classes Tuesday and only one lab on Thursday.
I literally only have one recitation on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Anyways.
Moving on.
Oh, and also, new thing too is Leighton and I are both RAs this year.
Oh, yeah?
So we're having to work around that as well, but we're trying our hardest.
Which,
I have. What's a good way to put that? Indoctrinate's probably not a great way. Gaslit is also probably not a great way.
Strong-armed?
Strong-armed. No, that's also probably not. I got David to become an RA. It's pretty
David?
cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool now.
Convinced? There's so many other words. Anyways, another thing, I just want to thank you guys for sticking with us online and through our kind of janky streams that came through online. We still had a lot of fun with it. I enjoyed being online. Aiden.
I'm reading
shut
chat,
up.
okay? Emmy is laughing at us for having to spend a half hour to set this
I don't
up.
know what you're talking about. That's never happened. I didn't say
Anyways.
that. Moving on.
You can find us always, as we kind of spiel every single time, you can find us always anywhere you stream podcasts at the Forlight Podcast. Actually, for FORLIGHT podcast. You can also email us.
Reminds me of the Mickey
At-
Mouse Club.
For
Explain why you didn't spell out podcast.
Anyways, so you can also email us at 4light, the number 4 light PDCT. Email us about anything.
Yeah, really
how
anything.
your day is. This is cool.
At gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Yes.
Not Outlook. Not
Um,
Yahoo. Gmail.
Dude, if you use Yahoo still, I swear to God, there is not a single person
something's
under the
broken.
age of 40 who uses Yahoo.
My
still.
grandma does.
What's happening?
Under the age of 40.
I'm kidding.
What the fuck? That's Yahoo. I'm on Yahoo. I can't access, like, it's so weird.
That's
Switch,
crazy.
you go to,
Can you just
are
go to
on Chrome?
Twitch and like
Yeah.
ignore
Go to
it?
settings, go to search engine, switch it back to
Yeah,
Google.
you can.
No, yeah, switch it back to Bing.
Bing.
Settings, search engine,
Bing.
switch it to Google.
Yeah, Bing. That's crazy.
Wait, but
No, click that.
this?
No, yeah. Click Bing. No, click Bing.
Get
You
the
click-
fuck out of here.
click
Bing
Bing.
is so awful.
Click
It's
Bing.
unreal.
It's
Bing
funny
is
though.
nasty.
Oh my
It's
god. It's
nasty.
back. Okay.
We're
thank
back.
you,
We're
guys.
so fucking back.
During school, because we are now back, some of the days are changing. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, we are going to have quote-unquote stream days. Saturdays are going to be our professional days. At 8 p.m., we're going to be streaming from now on. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are going to be our magic and game days. Depending on our schedules, they're going to probably change back and forth. So you'll probably have a roll the dice on what we're going to be doing.
We'll set into an actual schedule as we move into the semester
Yeah.
more. Just
things
like
get more
I'll set
concrete.
into my homework because I was doing that this weekend and I wanted to die because all it sounded like
Dude,
different language to me.
I did an introduction.
I did
Remember-
7
you
hours
know
of
what that was?
modules today.
Actually, you know what that was in the drive?
That's great.
That was my homework. That little blurb.
I think I'm gonna have a panic attack. Like, I'm gonna have some like.
Start the counter. Where's Carrie? Start
You can
the
check us out in the
David
description
Conniption
for some
counter again.
details on some podcast favorites.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
any Etsy shops that we kind of love, coffees that we like, D&D shops, modules. I don't know. I'm going to start spicing up the description.
be on there. At some
I
point.
also
You get
want to
my
say,
ugly mug.
I know the majority of our viewers are at college campuses. If you could go ahead and just spread by word of mouth that this is a cool ass podcast, that would be sick as hell. That would be awesome.
we would appreciate.
I know
it.
there are a few people who are doing that, and that's fucking incredible. But yeah.
We do have 60 followers now.
which
Oh,
is pretty
yeah,
crazy.
we
Big
do, we
news,
do.
big news. I know this is a lot of housekeeping, but so
Yeah,
we
this
should
is
probably
gonna
get
be
into
so
it.
we're just
much
excited.
help.
We're just
We are very excited to be back, and Ethan, you want to take it away?
So, last week, right? No,
Last
2 weeks
week.
ago?
Last week.
Last week.
Yeah, last week. Okay.
I'm
No,
glad
it's
when you're
two.
having fun.
We didn't stream.
No, it
last
was last. It was last week. It was when we saw Gran
Oh,
Turismo.
yeah.
You gooba.
Gran Turismo, the new gamer
Okay,
movie.
Gamer movie. Yes, I honestly.
Those words are coming out of my mouth. I'm serious too.
And it was not bad.
No, I
it
was
was not-
genuinely surprised.
It was not bad. I was actually quite impressed. I think it's probably the second best racing movie I've seen.
Yeah, 'cause
Behind,
there's-
Ford versus
there's
Ferrari.
a clear winner there. Yeah, Ford
Yeah.
versus Ferrari is just a number one.
I
Yeah, that
have
one
not
goes-
seen
my
Ford
opinion.
versus Ferrari,
What's
but
the
I
Will
know
Ferrell
very
one?
good
Must
things
watch.
about it.
What's the Will
We're not
Ferrell
talking about
racing?
Talladega Nights.
Yes.
That is a different category. That's not
That
a
one
racing
goes into
movie.
a different
That's
category.
not a
Yeah,
racing
that's
That's a Will Ferrell movie. Fun fact,
So
I'm not a
category.
huge fan of Will Ferrell. I'm being totally honest.
I think he's okay.
I think he was better back in the day.
guy
Yeah.
in
I think Adam
Lego,
Sandler's better.
in the Lego
I
movie.
Now that's a
don't-
hot take.
I don't
That is
agree
my
with
hot
that.
take.
That is a hot take.
I like Adam Sandler. I don't think he's better than Will Ferrell.
Being a Jewish individual, I feel he like hinges on his Jewishness way too much.
Who,
like
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, he recently
I didn't
made
know
a
he was
show
Jewish.
on Netflix called like "You're Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah." I'm like,
I
what
thought it was
the
gonna-
fuck?
That's kind of funny.
Anyways,
Uh.
so what do we
How's
think?
Mom speak?
Like, how do you guys think it did as a gaming movie? And I'm gonna start with Aiden. First
As a
and we'll go
gaming
around the
movie, it was terrible as a gaming movie. It didn't have as a gaming movie. It was
Okay,
awful.
well, maybe
it just
we
had
should-
the reference of, yeah, this kid learned from Gran Turismo.
Maybe we should.
It wasn't a gaming movie.
maybe
It was
we
a
should define-
documentary about him.
What if we define what gaming movie means? Like, what do you mean by gaming movie? Because I'm a little
Okay,
confused myself.
Okay.
Like I think of Ratchet
how do
and
we
Clank
think? How do we
as a
think?
gaming movie.
How do we think
There's a
it did in the connotation?
Ratchet and Clank movie.
How do we think
Like,
it did
in
in the
comparison-
connotation of a gaming movie?
Like,
So, for example, let me.
Ready
let me
Player
go.
One.
So, Halo, the Halo show or something like that. That is strictly gaming.
I don't.
This was a gaming-oriented movie. He learns from Gran Turismo. The movie's called Gran Turismo. Going into a separate story that involves racing, but also like we have big scenes where everything changes around him. One of the biggest things is like during the training scenes, like any really scene by himself. There's those like 5th place, 6th place, 7th, and he's like moving up. And then there's
Those
also
are
like
pretty
the
sick.
achievement hunting one where he's like escaped the
The cops.
I don't know what
That was strange that they used that one time and never again in the movie. That was a little odd.
Yeah,
I was like, and that portion worried me because I was like, oh shit, what if they do this for the actual racing?
I'm
stuff?
I'm
I was
glad
like,
they
no,
did
no,
not.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did not. But- so you can finish your thoughts.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see it as a gaming movie. I see it as a documentary that included games.
Or
Because for
Dramatization.
like
yes.
like a based on a true story.
yes.
Like Ford versus Ferrari.
Like I because when I think of a gaming movie, I think of like Ratchet and Clank comes to mind because that's the only one that's come into my head that was like strictly a movie from a video game.
So like, would
there
you say
aren't many of
like
those.
Resident
No.
Evil?
Yeah,
Or like, for example, like The Witcher.
yeah.
The Witcher
Or
show.
Like
Mario.
show or movie.
Mario's
Mario.
a good one.
Mario's
That's
a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like in comparison to other gaming movies, it's fantastic. I think it's great.
I think it's a
But I think
fantastic
it's gonna-
movie. I
I
still don't think
it's
it's a
a
great
fringe
gaming
definition of being a gaming movie.
Yes.
If that makes sense. Like in the same way you could say like Ford versus Ferrari is like a mechanic movie. It's not. It's
Well, I think
Has
it did
mechanics.
certain.
Yes.
And that's what I was trying to get at is like the portions in which they highlighted gaming, such as the blue line, the blue arrow line. Like
That
that's
was
a
cool.
huge thing
That
about
was
sim driving, Horizon driving, or like arcade driving.
Horizon driving. You
Um,
mean Forza Horizon driving?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But like the portion in which you're learning how much speed you can take a turn, and that was very obvious in a lot. Like I mean, a climactic moment using that and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
But
like,
don't.
that was
Well,
so
I'm not gonna
cool.
spoil, but
You
it's,
did.
it's not really spoil because we don't know what happened.
I
No,
concur.
no, no.
I
I know
agree.
what
I
happened.
agree.
Saying,
He died. The end.
damn.
Bro, why'd you just spoil?
He's
But
dead.
it's
Sorry.
the blue line, and then it's the top down. Like he's in here, he's in this place, or the achievement thing that I said. Like I think it oriented itself. I think that's what we say. It's not a Mario movie, or it's like not strictly gaming. It's something that can be used as like, hey, this did well, and it included gaming.
I mean,
David, what do you think?
I personally really liked the movie. I think it was more of it was a movie that was fun and good to watch. Was it like a fantastically mind-blowing movie? Absolutely not. But it's one that
Yeah,
I
it
would
was
watch
enjoyable.
again, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are some like movies which I consider masterpieces, which I don't want to sit down and watch again because they're like a little
It would
too.
ruin the experience.
Yeah.
Like have you ever seen Usual Suspects?
no.
No.
We gotta watch Usual Suspects.
Same with like I don't want to watch Uncut Gems again. I think that was a good movie. I just don't want to watch it again.
Oh,
Like-
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So that was something that we talked about. Me and our buddies went to see Blue Beetle in RPX, and the moment we stepped out, we went, "Holy shit, that was so much better than we expected." But we 100% could not watch that in anything other than RPX again.
No, that's fair.
Because it is a DC movie. It did really well. It was really entertaining.
It was
but
very
it's just-
entertaining. It was a very enjoyable movie. But
a bit of its charm was sitting with like the seats rocking as the helicopter came in and stuff like that. Like those are big moments, and that's not going to have as much charm when you're watching it back. And I think this will have enough charm visually.
it was
And I
very
think it's a cool
visually
story
appealing.
too. I think it's just a fun story to watch because it is so based in reality.
Yeah,
And it's so
I agree.
close to us because we've all played racing games. We've all played Forza.
Yeah.
Oh, Forza.
That was the
Yeah, except for
leaving,
David, but-
the leaving and going. Oh my god, I want to play Forza now.
No,
and
no.
Justin literally
No,
going home
literally.
and playing Forza.
No, I was so funny. I went on Discord later that day. I was about to play Destiny or something, and I check on Discord, and I just see fucking Arctic Scout playing Forza Horizon 5. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny,
Well,
actually.
no, so yeah, I got out of the theater and I was like, "You gotta commit!
you gotta commit. Yeah,
You gotta
I-
commit.
I was just
He
pulling one-liners.
actually, I actually kind of liked his character.
Oh no,
David Harper did.
He did
David
so
Harper
was probably
good.
the
Oh,
outlier. That's another
Um,
reason why I love that movie. Is David Harper,
He
What's his
fit.
name?
He fit the
The main
disgruntled
guy?
mentor
No,
no, the other
really
guy.
perfectly.
the head of Nissan.
the Nismo program, the head of
Oh,
the
yeah,
GTA
yeah, yeah.
program.
GTA
Well, what's his
Academy.
name?
I
Orlando
know-
Bloom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He did a pretty good job too.
He did.
Because he showed off like
He was the
kind
douchey.
he was the
wanted in
douchey
for the
like
money.
this is my dream kind of guy.
Actually,
he did a good job.
I
of
thought
that.
it was so sick. The part where you think they're gonna choose the other racer.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
they're
no, that was
asking
perfect.
him-
Choose the more charismatic
yeah,
racer.
and where they actually end up choosing the main
Yeah,
person.
David
But
Harbour-
Also, I want to say really quick, we're gonna try our best not to spoil. So
I think we could probably.
I mean, it's based in reality, so you
Yeah.
could just look up the events, but at the same time,
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to say. One of the things that I found interesting is immediately after that was another thing similar to wanting to play Forza. I wanted to look up this dude. That's a really
Yeah.
good thing. I wanted to learn his story, and supposedly, the ending portion, the placement is correct, but
Like,
there were
they-
many things that they left out that were so much cooler that I think I watched a couple of videos on it. Like there were portions in which he like first placed multiple different races. And
so they kind of like showed it.
They
more
dramatized
like
it.
yeah, it was like
dramatized
it was an up and an up and an up and an up. Kind
it
of
for a
thing.
climax. Yeah, I gotcha.
And like,
Which is totally fine because it's a movie. They gotta sell it somehow.
Right.
Get the audience going. You know.
Knowing
Yeah,
that
they
it
have to.
wasn't like-
They have to make the hero's journey. The hero's journey.
I
Also,
literally,
the hero's journey.
in my head, I was literally like watching. I'm like, oh, there's that point.
Oh my
there's
god,
that
it's
point.
the hero's journey, guys. No, I thought.
Do you remember the hotshot guy in the academy, the guy who was more charismatic?
Yeah, the guy. Yeah.
So yeah, the asshole guy. He's on another show that I was watching, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up, these actors because they're pretty solid. I looked it up. Guess how old he is?
37.
He's 37.
Yeah,
He's fucking
I
alright.
guess that.
because I don't know.
It's because he pulled the number out of his butt. And it was great.
So he does not look
Yeah,
that
he's
age.
not.
No,
Like,
he,
how-
he looks like
and
he's 19.
What's so fucking wacky is that in other shows he's playing teenagers and stuff like all the time.
It's like fucking
like-
Tom
because
Holland.
he has that.
Tom
He has
Holland
that
looks like
face.
he's 15.
Yeah, Tom Holland does. True. True.
It's because Tom Holland is a baby. No,
And
sorry, what?
I did like also the tracks that they use.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. Classic.
Oh my
tracks.
God.
If you played any racing game to a good enough point, or if you follow any sort of racing like shows,
Legendary.
or,
Dude,
or,
we should
the
do
series,
a Forlight reacts to Top Gear USA.
Oh my god, the tracks.
Oh my
I
God.
love Top Gear
The
USA.
tracks they
It's so
showed
good.
off were so cool. Like they showed off Nuremberg. Oh,
No,
one of my
It's
favorite tracks.
terrifying-
One of my
terrifying
favorite
just to look
tracks.
at.
ever.
So sick.
One of the
Legendary
coolest-
tracks.
Oh my god, it was so cool.
What's
Also,
French
the
track?
Nürburgring,
Le Mans
the-
or something
Le
like
Mans.
Le
Yeah.
Mans.
Le Mans is another.
That
cool
is
one.
my girlfriend's
the
favorite track.
Nuremberg has another more dangerous.
There's 2 points.
Yeah.
There's a turn and then
then
there's
the hill.
The hill.
They
The hill
showed
is the-
they showed the hill in the movie, and I'm not
Go
gonna
for it.
spoil anything
Okay.
more, but
the turn is
the
more
turn
dangerous,
is the more dangerous one because it's a bucket turn.
Ooh,
So it's like this.
Damn.
It's so you have to get really inside to keep yourself safe because if you go too I'm pretty sure they have painted lines. You can go out, but you have to be at a severely reduced speed in order to do so because
Otherwise you're gonna fly
You'll
off.
slide off and
You'll
fly.
slide off and
That's
go.
Like
ridiculous.
it's insane. That was a top. The only reason I remember the Nürburgring name is because there is a Top Gear USA episode
Yeah.
where they went there and they
sure.
were testing in a Viper trying to get around trying to get around the curve as fast as possible.
Playing Forza enough, you start recognizing things. Oh, I love it.
Like Forza Motorsport 7 is coming out this year.
I
think.
played Forza Motorsport 6. Classic
It's
game.
gonna be-
Oh my
it's
god,
gonna
it
be
was
fucking
fun.
So one of the things I want to talk about the movie really quick is that it wasn't only just fun to watch and stuff. It was actually pretty emotional.
Oh no, it was they
like,
did it very
they
well.
I literally was just about to fucking say
It was
that.
a very well made movie. It was a very well made movie.
Like it had me tearing up at points. I'm like damn.
I mean, it was very solid acting. I think the only marks it doesn't get is it's a pretty cut and dry movie. Like
It's a pretty
there's-
generic movie.
It's kind of a
I
generic
would
movie.
put it, you know what I would put it as? I would put it as a pre-COVID movie, and I really appreciated that it felt like
No,
that.
I
because
agree.
all the post-COVID movies feel like fucking superhero movies. I don't
Yeah.
care about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's my hot take.
Well-
Ever since Iron Man 1, I'm good. Captain America, done.
You
That's
know,
all I need.
I started not caring as soon as Endgame. Like
Yeah,
even
as soon as
after
Endgame,
even at Endgame,
Until
I
they
was,
fucking
done.
introduce Galactus or something, I'm not gonna care.
I'm not gonna
Actually,
care.
okay,
period.
wait.
Endgame
Besides
finished
Guardians
it
3,
out. That's what I
Guardians
was
3
pretty
was
much
really
out.
fucking good.
Actually,
Guardians 3 was
Loki,
pretty
though.
good.
Loki was
What?
good.
Loki?
The Loki show.
There's
No.
some diamonds.
Mid.
There's some diamonds
you
in the
watched
rough,
it?
but there's
Dog-ass.
quite a
Have you
lot of
watched
rough.
it? Yeah,
There's no shot.
one of it.
One episode.
What happens in the last episode? Spoil right now.
No, I'm on stream.
It was a very good show.
So-
I'm also
for
completely lying.
I do
have
want to
never
say
seen
something
it.
really quick. I have been fucking loving Ahsoka. That thing.
I haven't watched it yet. I need to. I really need
Oh,
to.
it's so good.
Yeah,
It's
of course
so
it's good.
good.
Ahsoka's one of the fan favorites.
Well, that's the thing is that they have a track record so far of kind of letting
Destroying.
out duds. Like,
Well, I thought Obi-Wan was really
Book of
good.
Boba Fett was okay. Third season of Mandalorian was okay in a lot of people's eyes. I thought it was great. Obi-Wan was great, but a lot of people hated it.
I loved Obi-Wan. I was sick. Ewan McGregor played a great Obi-Wan.
It was
again.
great. It was a
of course,
fucking
Ewan
great show.
McGregor played a great Obi-Wan.
Well, I mean,
he
yeah.
is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I will say though, that was probably my favorite thing they've released since like the original,
Obi-Wan?
and since Rogue One. Obi-Wan was probably
I
my
actually
favorite.
like. Not a lot of people enjoyed Rogue One. I fucking loved Rogue.
loved
I saw
No,
it.
Rogue One
Rogue One was
was really
a classic.
It was really good.
Rogue One was a very good movie.
I
Yeah.
saw it in RPX with my grandparents. Like first
I saw
time
it
I've
in
ever been
IMAX.
in RPX. Holy shit! When in the fight, like this movie's probably like
I saw it
what
on
7
No,
years,
yeah, you
5
can
years
spoil it, you
old
can
at this
go for it.
point, 7 years old.
It's
It was a long time ago. But in the final point when they destroy the planet with the Death Star and the fucking tidal wave is coming in, that was in RPX. And my little like 12-year-old ass like fan of Star Wars was just like,
Yeah, I watched that in IMAX, which like you have to turn your head to look at both sides. That movie was great.
Well, so really quickly, so Aiden, what are your final thoughts on the movie?
Gran Turismo. I thought it was an enjoyable movie. I will give it a 7 out of 10. I think I enjoyed it more because I didn't pay $18 to see it.
That's valid. Yeah, we bought it during like a reduced price weekend. It was pretty sick.
$4 movie tickets, and we
It
got
was
to see it in the
sexy.
premium theater.
It was
was
sexy.
great.
David, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like that also played into it. How much I enjoyed it because I feel like I would have regretted it if I paid like $18 for it.
Movie theaters should do that more often
Yeah, no, really.
for the public, not just people who have some pass.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
Honestly,
so
I-
what was
7
it?
out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
David.
I'd probably say 7 out of 10 as well. I think that's a pretty fair judgment. It was a good movie, and it was well worth what I spent, which was $4 to get in and $4 for a small popcorn and
And a drink.
drink, which
Yeah.
was a
It was a pretty
vastly
big
enough.
small drink.
Yeah.
$8 solid movie day, and it was great.
It was fantastic.
I think I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I think I just enjoyed it more than you guys.
You also are
You're a
level
big racing guy, too,
119 on Forza, so
Not even comparable to my
162.
Forza Horizon 2 score. I don't even want to hear it.
my Forza 4 is like almost 600. So.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
play
that-
Forza 4 very much because I think Forza Horizon 2 is just the best. So
No,
Aiden
you're-
gave it, what, a 7 out of
7.
10?
I'll give it 7
David gave
out
it
of
a
10.
7. Ethan gave it
Also,
an 8.5.
I would like to add, I don't know if my parents are going to watch this. My parents find it very funny and think that I'm they think I like every movie I see, no matter what.
You do.
Which is-
I mean,
which
you
is
kind of
pretty-
do.
Yeah, no, I like don't have very negative
You're not like
opinions
you're not
about
like a
movies.
critiquer, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, Tommy is my brother. Tommy is the same way. He watches movies and he goes, "Yeah, it's good."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Were there any problems with it?" And he goes, "No, I thought it was good." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
And I think that goes for a lot of like. There's certain movies that I can critique, but I critique them in a way of like, this is how this was.
Yeah, I
good.
still
don't-
enjoyed
I don't
this,
like
but there were some
pointing
problems.
out
Just
the bad things.
Let's get
sometimes.
onto the topic of La La Land in a bit.
Get the fuck
No.
out of here. No, that is one. That is one. My boy is illegal for.
I'm just a fan of Ryan Gosling. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's literally me.
True.
But I think...
you're
I-
enough.
How?
I am Kenneth.
How?
What do you mean? Look at him. He's literally me. But anyway...
He's
so
literally my brother.
he's literally me. But, so my rating, I'd give it like a... I think it was a good 7.5.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 7.5. And I know that's literally the average
Wait,
for the three numbers that they give because
Yeah.
I just calculated it because I wanted a general baseline. That's not here nor there. But I'm going to give it a 7.5 because...
Wait, so wouldn't that change it now?
No, it would
it
stay a
stays
7.5
7.5.
because it's the average. It's the median.
Math,
But
you know?
yeah, I'd give it a 7.5 because I thought it was a very good movie. I thought it was a very good movie. I think it was goofy in the way they used the gaming aspects. Like I felt like
It had a couple points where there was like,
there were times that used it well, and there were times that used it in a way that was like kind of threw off the
vibe.
or not the
pace.
vibe, but like the pace of the movie. It kind of threw off the pace.
Oh
of the
no,
movie.
I agree with that.
There were times that were very well used, like the times where he was like in the I don't know what he was driving, but he was
the
like
Formula One.
Yeah,
he
the
was in the
F1
F1
car.
and it like
It's Koenigsegg,
and
I
it
think.
what?
I'm pretty sure it was Koenigsegg.
It was a Koenigsegg. It wasn't an F1. It was the one that he used at Le Mans.
Yeah.
Koenigsegg.
Yeah. It was a Koenigsegg. So
Koenigsegg.
shut up. But no. the part where anyway, spoilers.
brother.
It was a very good piece. They used that very well.
I feel like it's it's what I was talking about.
The
There's certain,
dismantling.
Yeah,
like,
when
certain
it's
things
dismantling and went back
and
to
he's
his room.
back to
That
it.
was good.
But
But
the
that
part-
was that was a good scene.
The part at the very beginning where he was like drifting with his drunk brother.
I think that was supposed to be like funny. It's supposed to make fun of that whole gaming thing. He's like, oh yeah, and it's the achievement thing. Like, I felt like it was supposed to be making fun of, but it just didn't land as it was.
It
No,
didn't-
I agree.
I think you're right,
you know
I
what it
agree.
reminded me of? Pixels.
Ooh.
Oh, that
All right,
part
we'll be,
in specific. I don't think
I-
you can compare that movie to.
No. Just
Bro,
that
Pixels
part
was so
specifically.
Okay.
I honestly really enjoyed Pixels.
Pixels suck. Moving on. I've never
It was
seen
a
it.
bad movie, but
Moving
I
on.
kind of enjoyed
So
it.
Aiden gives it a 7, David gives it a 7, and Ethan gave it an 8.5, and I give it a 7.5, making an average of a 7.5. Gran Turismo. Go see it if it's $4.
Yeah, actually though.
So,
Honestly, and watch it if it's on a streaming site. Like it really
Very
is.
true.
Yeah.
It
That's
it
true.
is
I will
You're probably
probably rewatch
It,
that. myself.
I watched the trailer. I thought this is going to be the stupidest movie of all time, other than Pixels. But I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
I'm definitely rewatching
Some
it with
of
my
the
girlfriend.
like visuals were.
oh no,
fucking-
the camera
Oh
work.
my
The
God.
camera work
Oh,
was
no.
beautiful.
Like cinematography alone, beautiful.
oh
Very,
my God,
like, that was a
what-
9
what is
out
the
of 10 on
German-
the
What is that
cinematography.
German truck?
the Nuremberg.
Yeah, where they're following
Nordschleife?
in the morning, like
Nordschleife?
all of the autumn leaves, and they're
Yeah,
following
and they're
the
below.
track.
It's
just-
it.
oh.
You know what it reminded me of? Fucking Cars with Lightning and Sally. Going
Yeah,
through,
yeah. Oh my god.
Classic.
I fucking love that scene. Okay, so moving from kind of that Gran Turismo, we want to start it off, and moving into our, I guess, main topic.
Maybe not
Not really. It's
Maybe
more
just
just like a
second-
racing
the
episode.
next topic.
I want to talk about sim racing and arcade racing. There's kind of those are the two giants in gaming. We have games like Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport that go with that sim racing where you're following. The
Not
very-
even close. We have Assetto Corsa. That is a sim racing game. If we're talking about arcade racing games, we're talking about Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport is not an arcade.
Forza Motorsport is an
Forza Mo-
arcade.
Forza Motorsport.
Forza Horizon would be arcade.
That's
Wasn't
also an arcade. Forza Motorsport is the same Forza concept in like a track setting.
Yeah, wouldn't that be sim?
No.
I'm confused. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Sim means very specific ways in which the car moves, drives. I like. Again, Assetto Corsa is a sim racing game. BeamNG could be considered a sim racing game.
The BeamNG is just a sim. in
There's no
general.
such thing as an arcade racing game. If you look at it in about for a Wikipedia page.
Forza Motorsport.
Although if you're talking about
7,
Burnout Paradise,
sim
that's like
racing,
that's an arcade racing.
or-
Yeah,
game.
Burnout Paradise.
Arcade.
100%.
I gotta be right. I gotta be right.
You
Sorry.
put a dash in there.
Oh, shut the fuck
It's either aimed at a simulation or an arcade experience.
So, guys,
up. So it's like halfway. I don't really play.
No,
Forza
I agree. I
Motorsport.
think it's halfway. I think like Burnout Paradise is
So, like,
the arcade.
Gran
Forza
Turismo-
is the middle, and then the end is Assetto Corsa.
and Gran Turismo.
I don't
Gran
know.
Turismo is 100%.
Is it?
It's
I've never
very
played
sick.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo
Um,
is
I played
the,
it
is the
separately.
PlayStation version of Forza.
I think
and
the
it's-
best way. No, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
It's the PlayStation version of Forza, and it's I think just from watching the movie, I think it's a lot more nitty gritty with its customization, so that you can
Yeah, tuning and
it's realism. So like when you're racing, you can literally tune up your car.
Well, you can do that in Forza.
Yeah, because he was
Oh,
talking. He
okay,
was
so-
well, you can not as nitty gritty.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
Well,
he was
I-
tuning his shit. Like,
I think the best way to put it.
Simcade.
Yeah,
It's a
Simcade.
Simcade.
It's the middle. I think the best way to put it is, do you have to use a racing wheel and pedals for it to actually run properly and not a keyboard, or can you use a controller, or can you use a keyboard?
No, I
Sorry.
think that's a good
Because,
I mean,
distinction.
trying
Yeah.
to try.
Gran Turismo.
I got into drifting because I watched a funny anime at one point,
Initial
and
D.
it
Deja vu.
was 2014, 2016. So I bought Assetto Corsa and I tried to play it with a keyboard. You cannot try to drift a car in that game with a keyboard. If you can, you're a god, because holy shit, is it realistic? You need a racing wheel with gear shifters and pedals. Holy crap, is it necessary? That was before I bought BeamNG and started drifting
Also,
on there.
I don't want to cut you off. I just would like to
No,
shout
that's
out Alitario just followed us.
Let's go,
Welcome.
Alitario. Also,
Welcome.
really quick, he asked a question in here. We can just talk about it really quick. What world of a video game would you guys like to be in if you weren't the main character? Because I've been thinking about this for the past like
Dark
5
Souls.
minutes.
I'm joking.
Yeah, just like Darkseid.
I'm joking.
Um,
I'm joking. Forza. I would like to be
Not
that
the
guy
main
in Gran
character.
Turismo. On the sidelines. Him.
I want to be him.
I would like to be in the Zelda universe, but not an enemy. Because then I
No,
die.
that'd be sick. That's a cool answer. I like
You
that
would
answer.
be.
like a Hylian. That'd
I'm
be
trying-
No, I
I'm
think that's a
trying
good
to
answer.
think.
I might go with that. Either that, maybe Pokemon.
Pokemon would be cool.
I'm trying to think because like
Pokemon would be cool.
Sekiro. But
I'm trying to
before
think
the
of
Fall
games that have like a magic.
No.
Because I'd want to be
No.
like a magic user.
You can't stop me, Batman.
Stop.
You can't
Stop.
stop me, Batman.
No.
Oh, dude.
See, I would see Cyberpunk would be really cool, except for all the corporation.
No, I was thinking Cyberpunk for a second too, and then I went, no, I think I'm good.
It's Cyber
I think I'm
Psycho. It
solid.
doesn't sound so
Simulator?
hot.
I'd like to be in Sims.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Sims.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
But anyway,
Shaloom.
Barukata.
I'm clipping that. That is getting clipped.
Shalom is a little close to something else.
No, stop. I don't even
Sorry.
know what. I just don't want to know. Anyways, so I guess I was incorrect in that. I mean,
Shalom.
Simcade. Then there's Arcade, which is Forza Horizon. Gran Turismo, from what I looked up, it is closer to Sim because it's very realistic in how. I think it is the driving. You need the wheel or something like that, but also. If you can
I
play
think
it on
you can-
keyboard and it's extremely
You don't.
realistic to
I don't.
how
Do you need a wheel to play Gran Turismo?
I don't
You
think-
not
you
need-
don't need
I think
one.
But if the car moves realistically to how it would real life, if you put too much gas, too much brake, etc., like if that's how
Can it be played with a
operates, then
controller
it could
and
be
played
sim-
well with a controller?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the real difference.
Yeah.
Like, for example,
You
what
cannot
is-
play Assetto Corsa well with a controller.
Absolutely
That's
not. Like, you could play Trackmania with a keyboard and mouse, or like a controller. You could do those pretty solidly. You don't need a wheel for that.
Yeah.
But if you really want to get good at games like, Assetto Corsa, or, Horizon, or something, Forza Horizon, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Verizon.
Or-
I said Horizon,
Or
my
Gran
brain.
Turismo.
Gran
Right.
Turismo.
Forza Xfinity.
No, you need the wheel from Mario Kart 8. That's what.
For real.
You need the wheel for Sega All Stars Racing, which I'm so.
Yes!
Wait, did you play that?
Yes, I played
Oh
Sega
my-
All Stars Racing.
That
Sonic.
Me pulling up to the function with my wheel and gas pedals for Mario Kart.
Me pulling up to
Yeah.
the function
No, but they
as
actually
Monkey
did.
Ball.
Did you guys remember they did have wheels?
Oh yeah,
They have
no
the
for
Wii
Wii.
wheels.
For Wii, yeah. No,
No,
dude, a little bit
you-
of David
they
lore.
have-
I used to speedrun
there are-
Mario Kart.
Because you're insane.
Wii.
There are Nintendo Switch compatible steering wheels and pedals.
I know they're small though. They're fucking.
Yeah, they're wacky.
No, it's
like,
a Nintendo licensed one.
do you guys think
they're
it's
shit,
mandatory? Like for those games, is that type of rig mandatory?
No.
For Gran Turismo and stuff like
yeah,
that?
if you want to get good at Gran Turismo.
I think if you're
or-
trying to get good, 100%.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to get
If
you're trying to dick
randomly
around,
get into GT Academy, sure, yeah, you'll probably need one of those. But
if
like,
you're trying to
or-
if you're trying to dick around in a set of course and drift a car, I guess you don't need a racing wheel. It's recommended. Like I play BeamNG because I can drift with a keyboard.
BeamNG is so fucking fun.
BeamNG drive.
I wonder
Don't even get me
also
started.
how like Gran Turismo, I would assume, from what I've looked up, it's very realistic in some parts, but also extremely forgiving in other things. So like,
Yeah.
There's
That's what I
probably-
mean by
Sorry.
that's what I mean by Assetto
There's
Corsa.
probably,
Assetto Corsa is not forgiving. There is no such thing as forgiveness in that game.
Yeah.
You drive or you lose. Period.
And so that's the thing about Assetto Corsa versus Gran Turismo is like Gran Turismo, you're trying to be the top 500. You may want that rig so you can test out like, hey, like maybe you can manually adapt how the brake is going to legitimately feel. So
Glazed.
It's stuff, so it's
They're
stuff like-
glazed.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
In the movie, it's like he says they're glazed, which is probably not realistic, but it's that thing of like if you can actually feel how it is, then you're probably going to just generally go up in rank. Which I don't think. Do you guys think GT Academy something like that will ever happen again?
Hell no.
Because I don't think sim racers do exist,
I've
but
got it.
not.
I've got
Actually,
it.
no. The top of the top actually do still play.
No, I've
Okay,
got it.
wait.
We've took the top 10 Fortnite players in the world and put them in Iraq. Stop.
No,
I can't
I-
build, man. I can't build.
I do really think that there will be competitions like that in the future. Will it be a success story like you saw here? I very much so doubt it. I think this really kind of was a one-off thing, and I do think that there was a lot of like reasonable concern that was associated with it too.
But
No,
the thing
this
is, the
is
thing
very
is like,
concerned.
I do agree in that, like, you can't take just a gamer kid and put him in the fucking seat of an F1 and be like, no, and like he's going to die.
Bro,
I'm
just
sorry.
imagine. Yeah, it's like you're not gonna get someone who's like really good at like flying sims and then put them in the seat of like a Blue Angel. Like that's.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well. But I think like there's the thing of how they did.
I'm just
get
built.
outta
Yeah,
here.
he's just built different.
Of how they did the movie, where it's like the training aspect. You train constantly for weeks and weeks and weeks to be able to be fit enough to be in a
And
F1.
I think that's what's different is the fact that
And there's
he
no way
really
they
did
would've
have to
let-
put in a shit ton of work.
Yeah.
And I think it really is. It's a testament to the work effort of Jan himself because. I mean, you take any random gamer guy off the street, they're not going to have the same drive. Like, I imagine that...
I'm kidding.
I imagine
I'm
that even,
Awful,
like, late...
bro.
I'm kidding. Me too. Don't
I mean,
worry.
like, like, any of us, if they
Neck
chose us,
beard.
like, we
Shut up.
did really well in a game or something, and we get, like, shipped off to, I don't know, Timbuktu, North Korea, and then we just, like,
For real.
we're made to, like...
Timbuktu, North
Kim
Korea.
Kim Jong Un is watching this right now, and he's like, "This podcast is now banned. I'm done with this."
We're banned in North Korea. Guys.
But-
Sorry, guys.
But I
That's
will
kind of
say, too, though,
It's kind of a flex.
but, like, yeah, if they chose any of us, I honestly think we don't have, like, that insane, like, thirst and drive
Maybe
that
you don't.
Jan did.
No,
I mean, I doubt
Maybe I
drive. We have drive in certain
Yeah.
regards. None of us have drive in the fact that we'd want to be fucking F1 cars.
Yeah, I mean...
It'd be like,
Doing
oh,
what
yeah,
with
that'd be
F1?
sick. That'd be sick.
I'd love
That'd be sick
to
as shit,
test
but, like,
drive
yeah.
an F1 car around the track and
I would
probably
love to
spin
go
out
on that
halfway
road,
through.
but, like,
Carrie,
I
if
doubt
you're
it.
listening to this, don't listen anymore. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Okay, because I have something to talk about here in
Like
just a
spoilers?
second. No. Not spoilers. No, not spoilers.
He's
Just
about
something-
to diss F1.
No. Okay, so I'm taking Carrie for when like we are graduating high school. I'm taking her to drive in a real F1 car.
That's pretty sick.
Bro, I really hope she didn't just come right into the podcast.
I know.
Right then.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I've been planning
That's
this.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, because she's super into F1 and has always been into F1 and stuff like that, and really likes cars and stuff. So like, I think
I
that would be a
suppose we
really
should have
cool
put
stuff.
beforehand. Carrie,
She's not in. She's not in the chat.
Okay, cool.
But anyway,
Well, also, please identify. Do not watch this episode. Too.
Yes, I will.
Which is going to be so hard for her because it's the racing episode.
have I told you guys I've flown a plane? Like actually flown, like had the controls.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've.
I have
flown a
too.
plane.
Not me.
It's pretty sick.
And
isn't it?
Carrie.
It's pretty fun.
I also did a helicopter.
I did it over Winnisquam.
It's
I'm so boring.
Actually,
I have a boating license.
I mean, I only did it
Let's go
because
skydiving
my
and
grandfather was
Lily wants to go
an
skydiving.
army
so.
helicopter pilot, and then he owned his own plane for a bit there.
Actually,
well, like sharing.
pretty sick.
To
sharing it,
continue
but,
the
like-
tangent because it is in line. Have you guys been seeing the paragliders out here?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it's
They were
one
outside
guy.
the window.
No,
There's two.
It's
There's
two.
two?
It's
Yeah.
two.
I saw
yeah.
one dude.
There was a guy out today, and my sister saw him. And I was like, yeah, no, he goes out and that's fucking dope as shit.
No, that's sick. So
I would piss
it-
myself.
it's the guys.
That's a
if
little
you've ever
too
seen
much.
the videos of the guys, if you've ever been on a YouTube tangent where you've been like looking for personal planes, and you have the guys who have the parachutes and then like the fan on the back of a big ass seat. Those are the guys we're talking about. The guys with like the big ass fan on them
Yeah.
and the paraglide.
Those are so sick.
so cool.
I legitimately feel like I could go ahead and build it. Like, if I had an instruction sheet, like, you could totally go ahead and do it.
One of my favorite books of all time it's like a really shitty book. I think I'd probably have to reread it. It's probably like fucking elementary school grade level, but it's about like the world losing all power, and this one guy with a paraglider like fucking mounts a plane onto his paraglider and becomes like a actual pilot. He's like a teenager, and he just like goes off into like little tiny wars around the world.
That can be
Right.
you.
That's gonna be me. That's gonna be
It's
me.
gonna be
You know,
when-
I
when-
really, it's just, I love post-apocalyptic books. Like, Station 11 gets me, like, going. Gets me going for sure. Like,
Station
Girl with
11.
All the Gifts. That
Station
one-
11 and Girl with All the Gifts have been kind of tarnished because they are English books.
Darn.
Shut the
English.
fuck up.
They're
They
like
aren't
the
English
reading
books.
ones.
They,
and it's like
it was because they made you read, like, super easy books. Like,
Yeah.
that was...
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna do
I
a
just want to
senior
point out.
fucking
I
English.
just want to point out. I've never heard of these books in my life.
Oh, they're
You
so
would actually
good.
probably enjoy Station 11.
Yeah.
Girl with All the Gifts, didn't really care for.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty solid.
It was a mid zombie book.
I thought it was cool. Anyways,
Well, what's another
Um,
zombie book, Aiden?
Actually.
Station 11.
Also, we were supposed to start with what's our background in racing games, and we
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of went off. But
So my
Also,
background.
Ethan,
Sonic
remember
Sega
that-
All Stars.
Oh,
That
God.
shit was so damn fun.
I'm not even joking.
I had that for the
Did
PS3.
you play that? Did you play
I
that?
did. On.
Do you remember the Haunted Mansion level?
I didn't play a lot of it.
Oh my
no.
god, it was so good. Anyways, do you remember the Haunted Mansion level?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
there
for
was a-
what? For
of
Sonic
There's
Sega?
one- I think- I'm pretty
There's
sure
a
there's only
Haunted
two
Mansion level,
levels, I
and
remember.
basically it starts off, and the game how it was, if you're playing a certain character. Oh my god, my back's itchy. Sorry. My bad. Ooh.
Brother had to take
Oh
a
my
second.
God.
He went,
Ooh.
oh my fucking
Oh my
back
God.
is itchy.
My back hasn't gotten scratched in like ages.
The
Thank you so
bare
much.
necessity.
So there was a Haunted Mansion level, and if you were like really far in first, it would go Sonic is crushing it. Like the.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
it was, like, the
Pentakill.
leader.
I
It was
remember
fucking
that.
great.
Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing is a
Double
untapped classic, I think I would put it as. Because
You
team
get the
is
fucking
done.
Chaos Emeralds, and you just.
that shit was so cool!
So
Oh my
dope.
god, getting the Chaos Emeralds as the certain character that you played as, their Chaos Emerald like super was different based on the character
Yeah.
you were. It was so cool,
Oh,
dude.
I will say, so
Sonic's was the best.
I have never really played racing games except for Mario Kart Wii, which I did speed run, and Rocket League.
Yeah,
And-
Rocket League's
That's not
not
a
really
racing
a
game.
racing
I don't
game.
know if it really counts,
Driving
but
game.
driving game, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Yeah,
still,
barely.
I mean, I fucking loved both of them. I thought that they were so sick. Like, they were such fun games to play. Like,
Mario Kart is kind of a game of a generation.
Let's see.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's one of those games that can, like, spread across generations.
Mario Kart?
Because
Oh, no, definitely.
It's simple.
it's
But
simple.
no
and
one's going to
I mean, like,
remember it as fondly as this generation.
No,
because we
our
grew up.
parents, or at least my stepmother's generation, she loves the Nintendo 64 Mario
Oh,
Kart.
Double Dash?
Yeah. Well, Double Dash and like the 64 one. Is it Double Dash? It might be Double Dash. I can't
I
remember.
think it's Double Dash.
But yeah, she loves the ones on the 64 because
or
that's
Double
what she
Dash
remembers.
might be GameCube.
And then we played like Mario
I like
Kart
the
8, and
GameCube.
she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's like being back in my childhood." And I'm like, "That's fucking wacky."
That's crazy.
Because like we are the Wii Mario Kart kids. Like my brothers are Mario Kart 8 kids, and then yeah,
This was the
no,
best.
I was a
special.
Wii kid.
This was the best super.
I'm
oh
sorry,
my
we were
god.
a little distracted. I looked
Oh
up
my
All Stars.
god.
All
This is the map
Ultimates.
I remember.
Yeah, this is the basic one. This is like the very first one.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
it's
this
so
game.
good. This is Sonic when you have the Chaos
This is
Emerald,
Sonic.
and he's
Sonic's
fucking-
Ultimate was so fucking
Also,
cool.
what's that motherfucker? Do you see him? The little like the.
Yes. I know what you're
He's
talking
a little
about.
bastard.
He is a little bastard. I love his level too. The Day of the Dead theme one. It was so sick.
David and Aiden have no idea what's
No.
going on.
But anyway,
don't.
anyway.
all
So
I remember is the woman from Super Monkey Ball.
yeah.
dude, I fucking love Super Monkey Ball.
That's what we're talking
Holy
about. That's
shit!
what we're talking about. Is the guy
Yeah.
from Super Monkey Ball?
No, he's in there, and then there's the I think she's from Super Monkey Ball. She's got like the purple.
Dude,
I
that
don't
shit is so fun.
Looks like a
That-
jester.
I was legitimately thinking of the same thing. You said
That's the level I
GameCube,
know.
and my mind
Sorry,
went
go back.
Super Monkey
Go back.
Ball.
Go back.
Oh my god.
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Aiden, what's your background on racing games?
I've played Forza. I've played Mario Kart. I gilded my license at the age of 8.
Ugh.
On
A
Mario Kart.
soldier.
Wii. Yeah.
A soldier, I see.
Dude, Rambo Road was a piece of cake. Fucking Rumble Volcano can go suck
I remember
my
that guy.
cock.
No, I was
Yes,
just
I
doing
remember that
speed
too.
trials. That's all I was doing because
Dude.
I was sitting there for literally like
don't
8
remember.
hours a day going.
That was from
Dude,
something else.
Oh,
Rumble
reset.
Volcano, I got 3rd place on that
There he is.
100 times in a row.
Piece of shit.
Yeah,
And then I finally got first and gilded my license. It
that's
was great.
fucking ridiculous.
Um,
I love Rumble Volcano. I thought it
Also,
was a good
side
one.
note, Ethan, you remember that one-off joke about us skydiving?
Hey, I'm going
But anyway,
skydiving
it's
next
terrifying.
year.
Okay, so
No.
Would you want to come? Yes, I am. Do you want to come with me?
Ethan,
For $270?
No. Yeah, I'm going. It was a gift. It was my graduate.
What's
No,
your
it was
racing
my
game
birthday
experience?
gift 3 years ago from my mother,
Explain it and stuff.
and she has not. Like we've never gotten around to do it.
It was so
If you
fucking
guys
cool.
want to, I'd love if you guys could like schedule the same day and we could just go.
that shit was so cool.
That would be pretty pog.
That
Okay.
would be fucking
Anyways,
insane.
Ethan.
My gaming experience, yes. So I played Forza Horizon 4 and 5. I played Sega. I played fucking Mario Kart. I played like any arcadey driving thing I could get my hands on.
He's a big Forza guy. Like
Um,
he really does like Forza. a
And
lot.
also, what stunted my love for just racing in general, I don't like love it, but like it's very interesting to me. Is I used to, I think 5th or 6th grade, I played Gran Turismo 4. It was one of those. It's one of them that has the German track on. I'm shutting this off because
I remember that map too. I remember that map too. Sorry, dude.
But so it's the German track that you were talking about,
Nordschleife.
or it's like it has a really long straight. Is that the German one? What one has a really long like straight?
You know what made
It might
me
be
not
one.
like racing games is Asphalt 8.
Too bad I never played it.
Bro, Asphalt 8 that's on fucking Xbox.
Yeah, I
Asphalt
know
8
it
is
is.
a mobile
No,
game.
I know. I
Asphalt
played it.
away
I played
from
it
any-
on mobile,
Yeah.
and I
Asphalt
did not
9.
like it. Like
Yeah.
it was just not good for me, and I don't think I've really ever given racing games, like real true racing games, like a, I don't know,
I think it's
like a
because of-
feeling.
It's very arcadey.
It's
That's
so
like
it's
the
too
arcadey.
disgusting.
arcadey. It's
I
too
hate
arcadey,
Asphalt.
and I wasn't a big fan of
It's
it.
the
hate
definition of
Asphalt.
it's walking into an arcade and sitting down at the booths, and then they're spinning in the car's spinning in the air, and
You can
like
blow people. I
Yeah.
hate Asphalt so much.
Friggin'
it's a
Test
good
Drive
experience
8,
for its
or
experience.
not
I
Test
don't
Drive. Friggin' Fast and Furious 8 arcade.
I never played.
You gotta move
okay,
into.
so
I know.
so my racing game experience was I started out at the very beginning GameCube Mario Kart or Mario Kart on the Wii from the game. One of those two. I played Mario Kart to start, and then I had Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, I believe, and then I started playing. I got a PC and I started playing games on my Xbox, and I had gold and whatnot, so I started playing. I played Forza Horizon 2. By the way, probably my favorite racing game of all time is Forza Horizon 2. It's a close second with BeamNG Drive. BeamNG Drive is more of a physics simulation game than it is a racing game, but I use it for racing because that's how it's a car game. So I played Forza Horizon 2, I played Forza Horizon 4, and I played Forza Horizon 5. I also played Forza Motorsport 6 before I played Horizon 2. Motorsport 6 was really fun. I like that one. I cannot wait for Motorsport 7 to come out.
Oh, what's the motorcycle one?
I don't know. I
There's
didn't
an
play.
Xbox motorcycle one that's similar to
I
Trials.
I didn't.
No.
Trials is not a
That's
racing
an arcade.
game.
Trials
That's-
is so cool though.
Trials
I do
Trials
love
is its
Trials.
own game. I love Trials. Trials Fusion was one of my favorite. It was one of the coolest
Trials
games
Fusion
of all time.
HD.
I love Trials Fusion.
It was
Trials.
sick.
Back on the 360, the Trials like thing that you got for free. I played that shit so much.
Yeah, no. I've also played
Dude, it's like
Assetto
Uno, it
Corsa.
comes pre-installed.
I played Assetto Corsa.
I didn't
not
actually
for
have
very
Uno.
long. I played it a good bit.
Every
and then
Xbox
I played,
has Uno.
Well, I had the
kill
oldest
myself.
Xbox known to man. I'm not even kidding. I didn't have Uno.
Leighton Martini is trying to talk, guys. Scott.
I have a good bit of racing game experience. I like a lot of racing games.
Have you played the?
It's kind of his
the Sim
vibe.
Racer.
Like,
at
that's-
Dave and Buster's.
No, I haven't been to Dave and
Has
Buster's.
fucking
here.
in Manchester. It
I
has
haven't been here.
It has fucking
So-
hydraulics on the chair, so
Yeah,
you
it's pretty
turn to the
sexy.
side and it goes.
This
That's
is what it
pretty
was. MXGP. It's
Uh,
a motorcycle.
I think I may have.
It's
played-
on Xbox.
No, I didn't play the 2021.
So
But anyway, I do have a lot of racing game experience. I would put probably Horizon 2, Forza Horizon 2, because that's where I got most of like my favorite cars from of all time. Horizon 2
What's your favorite
or
car?
the Ferrari 288 GTO, 1971, I believe. Sexiest 80s looking car ever.
I do want to
It's
talk about
also
something really
incredibly not what's the word?
Optimized.
Practical.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a classic muscle?
No,
Okay.
not no.
Because
So-
I only drive classic muscle.